never take advice from fools. I just figure everything is cool until I hear it from you.
ESPN College Football. Boise State and Georgia at the Georgia Dome. Boise State is laying 3-51. That is on ESPN at 8 o'clock on Saturday, September the 3rd. I'm Joe Duffy, CEO of OffshoreInsiders.com, the top sports handicapping website in the world. Here is the official sports betting preview of that game. Boise State coaches have announced that 3 foreign-born players are being held out for the season opener because the players are undergoing a review of their eligibility by the NCAA. Now, the pronunciation, not all that easy, but the players include starting wide receiver Geraldo Baldwin, strong safety Cedric Febbis, and defensive lineman Ricky Tunajo. Baldwin had 11 receptions for 160 yards last season, but was going to see a lot more playing time with the graduation of Titus Young and Austin Pettis. He was considered a key cog in their offense this year. Boise has never defeated the SEC, losing all 4 previous encounters. Now, this is just the second meeting between the two teams, the first coming in 2005 when the Bulldogs destroyed Boise State 48-13. Boise does have quarterback Kellen Moore. He enters the season as the nation's active leader in passing efficiency and wins by a quarterback. It's not all passing, though. Senior running back Doug Martin is on the watch list for both the Maxwell and Doak Walker Awards. Set a career high with 1,260 yards and 201 carries a year ago. Last year, Boise ranked second in the nation in yards allowed on the defensive side of the ball at 254.7 and points at a mere 12.8 per game. Boise was first in the country in sacks with almost 3.7 per game. Last season, Georgia's Aaron Murray made a huge splash at quarterback, throwing for 3,049 yards and accounting for 3,216 yards of total offense. Numbers have placed him second all-time in the SEC for a freshman. Georgia will have to overcome the loss of All-American outside linebacker Justin Houston and All-SEC inside linebacker Akeem Dent, both guys who went to the NFL. Georgia also comes in with what many are saying is perhaps the greatest recruiting class ever. A lot of unproven players, but blue chippers nonetheless. We're going to get to spread trends in a moment. Biggest play on this game without question is from the greatest handicapper in the land, me, JD, of God's Tips on OffshoreInsiders.com. We not only got that, we have a wise guy on LSU in Oregon. And for those of you who've never gotten my plays before, no, we don't just pick high-profile games. It just so happens the 2 biggest marquee games are our 2 biggest plays. And again, people have been with me for more than a quarter century going back to the free score phone days. That's not how we roll. We don't pick the marquee games necessarily, but it worked out pretty well for those of you who like to bet on national TV games. You got a total of 4 winners, including those 2 wise guy plays at OffshoreInsiders.com right now. Now, spread trends. All records are ATS. Boise enters this game on a 10-4 run. They're 22-10 in non-conference games. The Bulldogs, meanwhile, dropped 4 straight games as an underdog. Some over-under trends. Georgia has gone under 27-12 in the month of September. Again, all the big plays this weekend when NFL is here and a whole heck of a lot more is at www.offshoreinsiders.com. Again, offshoreinsiders.com.